The development of a species. The Central Race is an ancient race based on the same genetic template as humanoid life elsewhere within the seventh superuniverse. This template is interconnected and does not relate on an evolutionary scale so much as a density scale. The density of vibration of one planet within the seventh superuniverse is unique among all other planets, and it is this vibratory condition that prescribes the biogenetic template's characteristics and thus its propensities and capacities. Soul carriers of the highest order are no more evolved than the least, as they serve precisely the same functional purpose, only at a different rate of vibration. Indeed, in many ways the soul carriers that are designed to operate in dense vibrations are more sophisticated and evolved than those designed for the more rarefied vibrations of the central universe. Each soul carrier is part of an unbroken chain of biogenetic structures that are each based on the same configurable template that enables the individuated consciousness to interact on a near infinite number of organic and synthetic planets and spatial environments. The souls that inhabit higher-order soul carriers are typically more experienced than those that inhabit soul carriers designed for denser vibrations, but this is a generalization and not a rule. As soul experiences different spatial environments within the superuniverse of its origin, it also experiences different dimensions and non-spatial environments within the multiverse that extend beyond the superuniverse's material structure. Physical space requires that soul, which is non-physical, be carried in an instrument of protection, perception, and interaction. It is through this membrane of perception and expression that soul can transform the physical environment, and in this process transform itself. It is this exchange of energy between the individuated consciousness and the species soul carrier that enables the species to transform from a planetary animal to an interdimensional spiritual force. The species of a particular planet has a unique ascension path and evolutionary track in order to become an interdimensional force. This occurs through three primary manifestations. 1. The species as a whole learns how to fuse the soul carrier to its individuated consciousness and operate the soul carrier as an integrated extension of the individuated consciousness. When this occurs, the soul carrier is vibrationally shifted to resonate with the soul, and this ability, at the species level, occurs as an outgrowth of the discovery of the grand portal. 2. The species has been inducted as a member of Standing on the Superuniverse Network and has established lines of communication with post-Grand Portal species within their spatial zone. 3. The species, through the science of multidimensional reality, is able to manage, with responsible stewardship, its planet and complementary life forms, and ward off non-complementary life forms in a posture of non-violence. These capabilities and conditions must converge in the species before it is allowed to operate interdimensionally as a collective force. Each species, or more specifically, subspecies of the central race, ultimately returns to its origins. In this case, its origins are instilled deep inside the soul carrier coding or DNA. It is an indelible instinct to locate the true origins of the species, and the Grand Portal discovery provides the first verifiable evidence linking the species to a greater brotherhood whose lineage is extraterrestrial. The Lyricus teaching order does not distribute this knowledge openly like a teacher distributes their knowledge to students in a classroom. Each planet is provided a council of teachers from Lyricus who incarnate within the species and its home planet at specific times in order to establish the entrainment of knowledge in the direction of the Grand Portal. The great inventions and revelations of a species are most frequently accorded to a person who was not the true originator of the idea, but was the person who assembled the resources to make the idea a standard of knowledge. The Lyricus Planetary Council whispers the seeds of knowledge to the greater minds of the species, but remain themselves in the shadows of recognition. This is how the species is led to develop its planetary communications network, which is the very foundation for the Grand Portal discovery.